Greetings, Kindred. Coming to you to talk a little bit about your home studio and the things that you will need as we are going to be practicing together in the Moon Flow series. But when I say that you need, let's start first at the house and see what you have around the house to be able to begin to build your home practice studio, if you will. And with time, you can begin to replace, if you like, some of these items with other items. But the purpose of this video is really to see what can be utilized around the house in terms of your home practice studio. So let's start with the mat, okay? There are a couple of options that you can exercise, particularly in being in a bigger body. So the first thing is that if you have a carpeted area, particularly if it has, if you will, a lot of grit whereby you're not slipping, you certainly can use that. If you have a strip of carpet that is unused to put on top of another carpet, I would definitely use that. If you have rugs, the only thing with that is that the main thing is that you don't want to be slipping. You don't want it to move because that can lead to injury. So you want to make sure that whatever your surface is in terms of your practice surface is that it's non-slippery. But certainly if you have a rugged carpet or what have you, you can certainly use that. Some people have put a tile down on top of the carpet, like a beach towel or what have you. Again, the only concern regarding that is just making sure that you're not slipping. Now, if you want to make an investment in terms of a mat, it's important to know, particularly for those of us that may have knee issues or what have you, is that you get the thicker mat if possible. First starting out, a lot of people like to go to like Five and Below or what have you, or even Walmart, and getting mats, and that's okay, particularly if you're first starting out. But this is the thing: the closer you are to the ground, the more impact it is in terms of your knees, in terms of your back, in terms of your head. And so the recommendation is that as you develop your practice, that one of the first investments that you do is in terms of the mat. Again, it is not required in terms of that. I just want to provide the information to you. So this is a thicker mat. So you're looking about 5 inches in terms of cushion, right? So 5 to 7. Now, some people use a Pilates mat, which is a little bit thicker, or a gym mat. It's not nothing is wrong with that. I would just recommend that if you do that, that you go and you get the Five and Below mat and put it on top of that. Again, the idea is that you're not slipping or the mat is not moving, because that can lead to injury. So you just want to make sure that whatever you're laying down, it's basically stationary, okay? And so if you go to resources on my website, it'll give you kind of like a range of mats that you could make an investment in for yourself, okay? So a surface to practice on, and carpet is just fine, again, starting out, provided that it's not moving or what have you. So a mat. So the next thing that you want to consider are blocks. Now, I got these from Mark's for like $2 a block. However, a block is not required, okay? You can certainly go out and purchase these if you like. You can actually use books, thick books that serve as blocks. Again, you don't necessarily have to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. You can use books. We will definitely be using blocks during our practice, during our practices together over the next 8 Saturdays. So 2 solid books or 2 of these yoga blocks. Okay. The other thing that we're going to be using will be blankets. Now, these are yoga blankets, what you traditionally find in the yoga studio, because I teach yoga, but you don't have to get these types of blankets. What you are looking for, again, is a certain degree of thickness. These will be used in terms of cushioning our knees, also in terms of our back and our head, and also providing kind of like a soft pillow for our hands when we're in restorative pose or what have you. So you want to have about 4 or 5 of these, if you will. Again, blankets. Look around your house. We got plenty of blankets, particularly because we're here in Cleveland and we know the weather. So you want to take a look and see what you have in terms of blankets. I suggested about 4 to 5, 6 if you can have available around you, because you can always grab it and kind of like move it and it contours to your body. So definitely you want to get you some blankets. Now, the other prop that we'll be using, this is what we call a strap. If you have been in the yoga studio, again, this would be a strap, but you don't need to get this. Certainly they sell them in Walmart and Target or what have you, again, but you don't have to go out and you don't have to buy. Ties work wonderful. So if you have any extra ties, definitely you can use that. The beauty about a tie is that you can tie them together, 1 or 2 of them together, and have an even longer strap. The idea with the strap is sometimes scarves, you may have scars or whatever, those don't necessarily work because you want something rigid. We'll be extending our legs and things like that. So a tie, a strap, and belts also work. So long belts that you can utilize. So strap, tie, or a belt. Okay, those are some things that you can use in terms of a strap. Now, other pillows, lots of pillows. So many times when one goes to the yoga studio or what have you, they have bolsters. So bolsters are these big, bulky things here. They're lovely. I love them. It's nothing like a good bolster, but this may not be accessible most immediately. Something to invest in down the line, but certainly not required to participate or to even practice. So some things that you can do in terms of a bolster is getting a long pillow. This is a king size pillow. Getting a towel and wrapping it up in the towel. So what I'm going to do is probably post another video or a link as to how to make bolsters, but definitely the idea of utilizing a pillow. The other thing that you could utilize are several blankets that are rolled up as well. They serve as wonderful bolsters. So we will be utilizing bolsters in the class. So you want to make sure either you have plenty of pillows or plenty of blankets. Other options in terms of pillows. This is just a pillow that we had around the house here, and also I showed the other pillow, right? So you want to make sure that you have cushion pillows. It's always an option. Let's see. Two other things. A chair. We will be utilizing a chair. So you can either be practicing close to a couch if you don't have a folding chair. If you have a folding chair, definitely that will be great. Or if you have just a regular dining room chair or what have you, that will work as well. We will definitely be utilizing the chair in our practices. Part of the series is that I will at the end do the entire flow in a chair, so you also have that option, along with the fact that we'll be doing it on the floor. And most importantly, a wall. So we'll be practicing close to the wall as well. And so that will also be incorporated in our practice. So I think that I might have covered everything. So those are the things that you want in your home practice studio. I'll also be doing a video or providing a video as to the environment, what it is to create and hold space for yourself in terms of your home practice studio. So look for that. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via the contact information. You certainly can go to www.rootedblossoms.com. Look forward to seeing you in class.